Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kwadash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder, Aharawan Ban Yasharal of the Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Also, salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Harab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Not today, I'll be coming out with a lesson. I don't have much of a title for it, but it was put in the group chat by the Bishop Kanak of this camp, the Lions Den Camp. And as you can see, it says a massive solar flare just knocked out radio communications back on Earth. And that just shows you the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, that shows you the power of what he created. The sun is a very powerful celestial body. But let's continue. It says flare gun. This is the sun is entering the most active parts of its 11-year cycle, unleashing powerful solar flares, coronal mass ejections, and streams of energetic particles in every direction, including toward our own humble Earth. Just earlier this month, a massive hole opened up in the sun's atmosphere, allowing copious amounts of solar wind to escape. It says, and on Thursday, NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory encountered the biggest solar flare recorded since last 2017. It says, which was powerful enough to knock out radio communications here on Earth for 2 hours. In the parts of the U.S. and other locations around the world. So that shows you right there. That's why the Lord put an atmosphere around the Earth, because the Earth itself is so. I mean, so like the sun itself is so powerful, it'll burn up the Earth. That's why the Lord established the firmaments and set everything up the way He set it up, because the sun is a very powerful celestial body. Just the light off it, the heat off it alone, as you can see, it's knocking out radios. It's causing all kind of problems. Knocked out Earth communications or radio communications on Earth for 2 hours in parts of the U.S. and other locations around the world. The creations of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua are very, very powerful and great. But let's continue. It says, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Salakia Administration's Space Weather Prediction Center, it's likely one of the largest solar radio events ever recorded. So I'm pretty sure this has happened before, but not to the extent. And get the flying flip phone out of here, crazy ad. Let's continue. Salakia. It says scientists have long warned that powerful solar storms could wreak havoc with electric equipment on Earth. They can cause train signals to go haywire, mess with entire power grids, and even kill satellites in Earth's orbit. So there you go. Just from CME or coronal mass ejections, and all kind of solar winds and energy just coming off of the sun alone can destroy the things that Esau has built. It can cause all kind of problems, just the sun alone. But let's continue. It says earlier this year, Professor of Physics and Astronomy George Mason, at George Mason University, Peter Becker, went as far as saying that a particularly intense solar storm could trigger an internet apocalypse. They hinting at something, potentially unplugging the globe in a worldwide recession. Of course, you know Esau, he has to throw everybody else in it, but the coronal mass ejections, the solar flares and the solar winds coming off the sun, it is so powerful that it could literally just kill all electronic devices on Earth. It can knock the satellites out of the skies and have them to come crashing down to Earth. But of course, you know Esau planning his internet apocalypse. He just under the guise of certain things. But let's continue, and I'm gonna get a few scriptures. It says scientists are predicting that the sun will hit the apex of its 11-year cycle, or solar maximum. It sounds like a video game move. Sometime in 2025. suggesting that we are in for many more solar flares like it in the near future. So there you go. It's just a celestial body that the Heavenly Father's made that is functioning as it's supposed to. But then of course Esau is also causing malfunctions with the you know the magical smoke that's in the air that he disguises as contrails, but we all know what it really is. We're not going to get into that because Esau with the tomfoolery. But without further ado, I'm just going to get a few scriptures that I thought of through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 25. And it says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. Have we not seen those signs in the sun and in the moon here lately? Blood moons, all kind of different solar. Like I almost said solar flare, but what it is, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, and things like that. These are signs of the times, signs that things are happening as Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said that they will happen." But continuing, it says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." So it's getting down to the wire. We've seen the signs in the sun and in the moon, and we will continue to see signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, i.e. the heavens, until the Lord comes back. And upon the earth, what is it causing? It's going to distress. People that see these things, there's a lot of people that are bothered, are scared, like Esau. He's scared of these things. That's why it means upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity. They don't know or understand why these things are happening or what is causing these things. But those who are in the know, those who have the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, those who have the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, know why these things are happening. And it says, "And the sea and the waves roaring." And you already know that the moon controls the tide. Things are happening. Things ain't so peaceful and so calm now. As you see right here, with the sun shooting off that powerful burst of energy. Those coronal mass ejections and energetic particles, gamma radiation, and so forth and so forth. It can destroy electrical equipment. But this is perplexity, meaning when these things really start to happen, people are going to be perplexed. To be perplexed means to be confused, not understanding what's going on or why things are happening. I'm going to read verse 26. It says, "Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken." Now, this is talking about the destruction, the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua ultimately. And these things will happen. Verse 27, let's might as well keep going. And it says, "And the sun," it's like it says, "and then they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh." So it's going to get to a point when we start to see these things happen. Eventually, Yahweh Shai coming with the heavenly host. And they say he's going to crack them skies. He's going to come through. He finna pull up. And then what? And when he come, he's going to be coming with great glory and power. He's going to be coming in his Godhead, his godly, his righteous power. See, the first time he came as a humble baby. He came as a lamb. He coming back as a lion this time. And he's coming to rip and tear. Because that's what lions do. And it says, and again, when these things begin to come to pass, when we see these things, such as this massive solar flare that messed up Esau's radio frequencies or his radio electronics or whatever, when we start to see these things happening, blood moons, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, planets aligning, things like that, that's when we ought to look up, because those are signs in the heavens. We ought to look up. Look up. Why? Because that means our redemption draweth nigh, draweth ever closer. Last point. Let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 5. It says, "For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and ending in effects and signs. So, like as everything that has a beginning that the Lord has made, it also has an end. And now we are in the end, and the end is manifest. It is now we're starting to see signs that we are in the end, that this is the end. You know, this is it. And even so, the Heavenly Father has made things, and once upon a time it had plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings, Salaki, in effects and signs, and we're starting to see. This is a sign to indicate the end. Once upon a time, 10, 20 years ago, 25, maybe 30 years ago, or in between, you didn't hear too much about things such as solar flares happening so frequently. But these are signs of the time. This is how we know that we are in the end, and the end is manifest. So we can expect more signs in the heavens, as the Lord said in His word. These things will come to pass and these things will happen. These are indications of the times that we're living in. And with that, Shalom.